As I sit here and reflect on how I became interested in the digital teaching and learning graduate program, the Bible verse in Proverbs 16:19 comes to my mind. It states, "In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." Reflecting back on where it all began for me, I have to go back to that day in the fall of 2007 when I was walking through the hallways on my way to my first day of class here at APU. Enrolling in the CAPS undergraduate program was truly one of the best decisions of my life. CAPS stands for Center for Adult and Professional Studies. CAPS offers degree completion and accelerated degree programs designed to fit into a working professional schedule. When I came to APU, my goal was to finish something I had started a long time ago, completing my college education. My last experience in college had not been a good one. I was in my early 20s and I did not appreciate the opportunity of going to college. Due to this lack of appreciation, I dropped out of school during my senior year. 14 years later, I found myself walking through the hallways at APU on my way to my first day of class. In May 2009, I achieved my first goal. I earned my bachelor's degree in human development. I quickly enrolled in the multiple teaching credential program because my overall dream was to become an elementary school teacher. During my student teaching, I saw the need to use technology in the classroom. I witnessed how traditional teaching methods did not work with 21st century students. It truly broke my heart to see students whom did not enjoy learning and instead were bored during each lesson. Therefore, when I heard about the Digital Teaching and Learning Master's Program from a friend of mine, I knew this was where God wanted me to go. I knew He was establishing my steps. My first goal for pursuing a master's degree in digital teaching and learning was to learn how to incorporate technology in the classroom. Students have changed from the way they used to learn in the last century. I believe education needs to change too. Therefore, my second goal for pursuing this master's degree was to learn how to meet the needs of today's students. I can't begin to tell you how much I've grown and how much I've learned since the day I started this master's program. In my first class, EDUC512, I created an educational vision statement. I also learned how to use computer software such as Microsoft Word, Excel, as well as Adobe Acrobat 9 for personal and professional use. Next came EDUC 514. This was one of my favorite classes in the program. Bill Selleck taught us how to shoot and edit educational videos that can be used in the classroom. In EDUC 515, I learned how to create podcasts, and I created my own classroom website. A fun thing to learn in the class was how to create a screencast presentation using Jing. During EDUC 517, digital imaging, I experimented manipulating various photographs using Photoshop tricks. In EDUC 522, I learned about Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence theory. The best part was finally discovering which intelligence I have, spatial intelligence. Finally, in EDUC 526, I created my curricular portfolio, wrote my growth assessment in the program, and carried out a personal action research, all of which I will go into a little bit later. Having completed this graduate program means many things to me. First, it means that I have made my family very proud because I am the first person in my family that has ever earned a master's degree. Second, it means that my own self-worth has increased. I now feel that I have accomplished my educational goals that I set for myself many years ago. Lastly, I feel more marketable in a field in which jobs are hard to find. I am holding on to the hope that once a school district sees my master's degree, they will want to bring me in for an interview to hear how I could use that degree in the classroom. Now back to the culminating projects of this program. During the final class of the program, EDUC526, I learned how to conduct an action research project. I chose to tackle a personal issue in my life. I decided to do the action research for this class on the following question. Will keeping an exercise journal help me exercise on a regular basis? I know very well about the benefits of regular exercising, and I most certainly want to enjoy those benefits. My problem is that I begin to exercise, but soon after, I quit. I easily quit because I think other things in my life are more important. Therefore, they come first. I put taking care of my family and home first, and by the time I'm done with that, I don't have any time or energy left to exercise. The first thing I did to carry out my action research was to buy myself a little notebook that would serve as my exercise journal. I bought a small red notebook. Red because I figured the color would stand out, just in case I lost it or just in case I began to ignore it. The color red also made me look at it when it just sat on my desk. From the beginning of the 3 weeks I carried out my action research intervention, I decided to keep my red journal on my desk where I would go to every day to work on my computer. I figured if the journal was on my desk, I had to see it every day. I wanted this little red notebook to stand out on my desk so that it would remind me to exercise. It really worked. I kept looking at it, and this reminded me that I needed to write something in it. And in order to do that, I needed to get some exercise minutes. The results. At the end of the 3-week period, I was pleased to have gotten a total of 7 hours of cardio exercise. This is a great accomplishment for someone that would have gotten a total of 0 hours of exercise prior to the action research plan. I was surprised at how accountable I felt towards my journal. It was as if I felt bad with it the days that I did not get any exercise. I had never used a journal for anything before, so this was a brand new experience for me. It was really strange, but I did feel accountable to this little thing more than I have ever felt accountable to either myself or any other human being when it came to exercising. I am a firm believer that all things happen for a purpose. I therefore believe that this action research assignment was heaven sent. Due to my arthritis and overweight problem, I am in great need of daily exercise. I have always thought this to be a huge, unattainable task. Being forced to choose a personal topic to work on my action research made me decide to use the lack of exercise as something I urgently needed to change in my life. I am grateful to God because through this assignment, He helped me realize that journalizing is a tool to help me make exercise part of my weekly life. The second culminating project of this program was to create a curricular unit to be used to teach students. I chose to create a social studies unit called the Land of California. The reason I wanted to teach this subject was because I know many adults know very little about the state in which they reside. Therefore, in accordance with the 4th grade California standards for social studies, I wanted to teach 4th graders the physical geography of California, such as the various regions and their characteristics, as well as the 3 different communities found in our home state. Throughout the unit, both the students and I will use several technological tools to aid our learning. We will use computers to work on web quests and other research websites, and we will also view videos to help us visualize the concepts. I think both the students and I will enjoy learning about California, thus working towards becoming better citizens of our state. In conclusion of this presentation, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the many people at APU, including professors, as well as administrators and their staff, who made my time at APU a very enjoyable time. It was because of your prayers, kind attitude, and heart that I was able to finally achieve my ultimate educational dream of becoming a well-educated individual who will now continue to carry the torch that represents the love of teaching and learning.